Next couple times. Looks like 3 refreshes is the correct number from what I'm getting.
Okay.
Yeah, the magic number, or at least that's what I've been taught my whole life. So I do think that's real.
All
Hey,
right.
cool. We're live. All right. Welcome to Charlton's Originals and Narragansett Beer Presents. We're on episode 9 now, and we're with Hara Paper, and she's an incredible musician. You live in Chattanooga now, is that right? But you've kind of
Yes, I live in the Chattanooga area. Yes.
you've traveled all over and played music, is that right?
I've played in Raleigh and Atlanta and different places, different venues around the city.
Where have you played in Atlanta?
Oh, I used to live down there. I played at Red Light Cafe down there, and I've been a finalist in the Tin Roof Acoustic Showdown.
Oh yeah, Ian.
Yes, I know Ian. Yeah.
Good guy. Yeah, they did that every Monday night for a long time at the Tin Roof Cantina, and
Well,
sure,
it would still be going if it wasn't for,
I'm about to say, yeah, Ian ran a great show. Antonio Rex used to come out and he'd film everything, and yeah, it was a wonderful show. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, COVID will be able to. Once we get the cure figured out, we can start. A lot of places have been. Has it been tough in Chattanooga? Have places been closing down? Has it been hard
We have had one of our major venues, Songbirds, closed down, and that was a big blow for musicians. That was one of our major venues.
That's a great place. I got to see Martin Sexton there, like a year ago, and yeah, that's a really cool venue. It was like walking through a museum of music, really.
Well, there were two parts. There's an upstairs where all the guitars were. There was a downstairs bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so both of them shut down. Yes.
That's too bad. Wow. Where are you playing now? Is there places you can play, or is it
not really? Not a whole lot. I go to a few open mics here or there, but our venues are even one of our most common venues decided to go ahead and close down for a while because we're starting to have an increase in
right, the numbers are going up.
Yes.
And we've had more deaths, I want to say, than we've ever had. I think it was like 3,600 or something like that in one day. It keeps getting, so it's not the best way to ring in the holidays. Do you find yourself playing music more at home and writing more now that you have the opportunity to do that?
Well, actually, yes, I do play at home, and I do work on piddling around with different things. Of course, I write everything. So basically, I sit down with the guitar and come up with little riffs and record them on my telephone, and then I go back to them.
Okay.
And, check them out and see if I can put things together.
How long have you been songwriting?
Oh, songwriting itself. I would say I started when I was kind of a kid. I did a couple of things when I was a teenager that I wrote, but then I stopped playing for a long time. I started writing again after I met Tori Amos.
Really?
You know who that is?
Yeah. She's a wonderful musician.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what was that like meeting her?
She was fantastic. I was fortunate. I won this radio event where I was like one of 30 people that got to sit in a room with her, watch her play piano.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was during the beginning of her career, but still it was like, wow, this person is amazing. And she writes whatever she feels and says whatever she feels.
Yeah,
And, she autographed my CD and said, "Good luck with your music." And I was like, that's it. I'm going back to my guitar now.
No kidding. Wow. Sounds like she was a really big inspiration.
She was.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've been writing since you were a kid, you said? Is that right?
Well, I wrote a couple when I was a kid. Then I stopped playing and writing everything for years. And then I started picking it back up in the 90s.
Oh, okay. I noticed you do a lot of art too. Did you transition to do more like art on the canvas as opposed to playing guitar?
I was doing some art. I do artwork on paper. I do canvases too. Where I am right now, I don't have as much room to do that right now, so my focus is more guitar.
I got you.
Room to do a painting the size that I do. I don't know if you see this hanging back here.
I can see it behind you. Yeah, it looks great.
That's not my artwork, but my artwork is very large. like
Yeah.
this. You need to have a big studio for something like that. But yes, I do artwork, and that's what I have a degree in, is art.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did that for years, and then I just I'm retired now, so.
Oh, well, you don't look your age. That's for sure. You look like you should
Well,
still go out there. Yeah.
well,
Thankfully, you're out there still jamming.
I'm an early retirement.
All right. Well, you're smarter than us then. Thank you. Yeah. You're going to be playing tonight at Four Charltons for the originals for our show we have every week. It'll be live streaming at 6:30. Also, you got a show coming up. There's a guy named E.T. He's in Chattanooga. He's a wonderful. Eric Turner is a great guy. He's got a birthday show coming up. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, if you don't mind?
Well, it's going to be to benefit the Chattanooga Area Food Bank, and he does it every year. Typically, he collects cans, and we actually have a show at a venue. But of course, this year that can't be done, so it's going to be donations. And there's a lot of great people playing at this show.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list. It's pretty. E.T. Mark Cole. He's played at Charlton's numerous times. He's really wonderful. That whole group of people. I was lucky. I played that last year in Chattanooga.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, it was great. I was the guy that broke my string.
I remember it might have been Tremont Tavern.
That's the way. Yeah, it was a good place. Yeah, ran a great show. E.T.'s a really good guy. You get to hear his music too. Acoustic E.T.
Yes.
Thankfully, I had figured out how to spell the word acoustic because of him. So we'll see whether or not it sticks or not. But yeah, that took a lot of.
Oh my goodness.
But
okay. Yeah.
That's cool. So do you play with E.T. and is there like a camaraderie, a group of Chattanooga musicians?
I really, the most, as far as collaboration goes, I have a side project called Paper Mache that's with two members of one of the top bands in Chattanooga, The Fridge. I don't know if you're familiar with them at all, but anyway, the two singers, Corey French and Dustin French, who are brothers, we collaborate and have a group called Paper Mache.
That's a really good title. I like that. That's a good name. Yeah. You said their band is The French? Or the fridge?
Fridge, like in the refrigerator. It's
like the refrigerator.
The Fridge.
That's pretty cool. All right, yeah. That's all right.
Electronic dance music. It makes me, just move.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get him on a Charlton show. That sounds pretty awesome.
Fridge, there's 5 band members.
Oh well, we got room at Charlton's. They got
I would love to be a part of it. They're really superb.
Yeah, we would be honored to have them. We would be honored to have you come jam with us at some point too, if you'd like. Thank you for doing the live stream. You'll be live streaming tonight, 6:30 to 7 to start off the Charlton's original show. That's the show we do every Thursday night. It's part of the Charlton's Originals group, which is free to join. And you get to hear a lot of great music from Atlanta and Chattanooga and all throughout. Anywhere we can get awesome music, we can.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a song? Is there something you want to jam on that we can listen to?
Sure, I'll give you a little taste of what you're going to hear tonight. This song doesn't have a title, but it's something I use to kind of warm up with.
All right.
Anyway, I'll back up a little bit because sometimes, oh, wow, that's a little bit too bright there. Hold on.
Now you're at a Dallas Cowboy game. No.
Well,
there you go.
Right. But anyway, just so you can get an idea, because I like people to see what I'm doing on the guitar. Let's see if I can find the right angle here. This is good practice for tonight.
There you go.
Angle, okay.
Unbelievable. Is your guitar amped?
No, that was just me. I'm going to put the amp on just a little bit to add a little extra volume this evening.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe that that's not amped. It sounds so crisp and
No,
clear.
this is the best guitars. I play Cordoba brand guitars. And
Cordoba, okay.
yes, yeah.
Are they known for just making classical guitars, or do they make?
They make guitars too.
Oh, okay.
But I just found this brand and I just fell in love with it. I used to play Takamine. And I switched over to Cordoba, and I haven't stopped since. So,
does that come with a pickup, or did you have to get one installed? Really, they have their own pickup,
an internal mic, and an electric pickup right here.
Wow, that's easy. Wow, how is the pickup? Is it pretty good?
Everything sounds fine. Sounds fine. I just plug straight in at any place and start going at it.
That's fantastic. Wow, my the guitar I play is a Taylor Big Baby. And it didn't have a pickup, and I went to a bar in Atlanta and they didn't have two mics, and I remember I got booed off stage because they could just hear the vocal but they couldn't hear the guitar. So I went and got a pickup specifically after that show. I was like, I can't have that happen again. So.
The hole there.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up I think it's a Fishman Anthem, I want to say. It's pretty good. It's not too
this one has a Fishman.
Yeah, Fishman. Oh, it's got a Fishman built in.
Yes.
Wow, see
that on the side there. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Wow, I can't believe it comes installed with a Fishman.
Yes, it does. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got tuner and volume and mic blend and notch, bass, middle, treble. I can adjust everything, but I leave everything right in the middle because I've been told so many times that this guitar has just such a good tone that the sound people don't have to do much of anything as far as adjusting it. I just get up there and start.
That totally makes sense. I got a friend, Bannister Murray, is a sound engineer, and I got a mixer this year so I could give good recordings of all the shows. And he was telling me the same advice. He said, just keep everything kind of in the middle because they pay people a lot of money to get the sound just right on these particular, and if you go in the middle, then that gives you more freedom for adjustments and stuff like that.
It does. This one guy that just says, gosh, I don't do anything. I just leave it flat.
It sounds amazing. Can you put any kind of strings on that, or do you have to have?
You have to put nylon strings.
Okay.
Some people have put steel strings on a classical guitar, but it is not a good idea because it will warp the neck.
Really? The
tension is too much. These are specifically designed for nylon strings.
Really? Is it the necks on a classical guitar? Are they not as strong, or the truss rod, or?
It's made of different type of wood. It's just not built to stand up to the tension of a steel string, and it doesn't sound the same either. That's not what these are for.
Right.
You see on the end here, these are the biggest pains to change the string on. You can't just put a ball in there and wrap it around. You have to actually wind it and what do you have
to do for a guitar like that when you're traveling and to keep it to where it's not warped and all that due to weather and whatnot?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, it's very difficult to play a show outside.
Okay.
Nylon strings, especially the lower three, they tend to go out of tune immediately. If you're in cold weather, they're not going to stay in tune. And if you're in really hot weather, they're not going to stay in tune. So most every show that I have to do, it needs to be inside, or it's got to be mild weather.
No kidding.
When I travel, I have a special case that I put this in. I have nice cases to prevent them from being damaged by external heat when they're inside the case.
I can imagine, yeah, because it's funny just driving to Charlton from where I live. Sometimes the tuning is out of, so I can imagine a guitar like that. That's great,
Well, do you have a
just
bag
the weather.
Or a case?
What's that?
A bag or a case?
It came with a bag, but that wasn't, for me, I'm going to bump it around and stuff like that. So I got myself a pretty decent case, but I've actually been thinking about getting another case because I put too many stickers on my case and I don't have room for any more stickers. I like having stickers of all the.
I didn't do that. I keep all my stickers. I keep them for me. I don't know why.
I was like that for a long time, but then I figured to me, it's like your passport. These are all the places you've been to and all that kind of, so. Yeah, at some point I owe myself another guitar case so I can make it look crazy. That would be great.
Well, I've got 4 of these suckers, but
yeah. You got 4 of those guitars or 4 of the
I have
cases?
4 Cordobas with cases.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
What is it? What are the differences? Do they have different
I have
sounds or
the
different?
exact same model, and if I'm playing a real big gig somewhere, I
Mhm.
keep that one as my backup in case I break a string, because you can't just put another string on these. It
Really?
takes 3 to 4 days, if not longer, for it to get the proper stretch.
Really?
Hmm.
So if it breaks on stage, you have to just totally switch guitars.
That's right.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I hope this interview helps you get a sponsorship with the company, and then they can send you as many guitars as you need, and then we can hear.
I'm going to be a sponsor. Yes.
That'd be great. Yeah. Do you want to give us another song before we wrap it all up?
Sure. Let me get this thing in tune. Like I said, it goes out of tune so easy. I have to check it a little bit.
I can't believe it's that quick. That's crazy that you'd have to. I didn't know. I learned about action on a guitar. My first guitar was like a Johnson guitar, which was, it's not a bad guitar, but it's not the best made guitar.
Yeah.
And I had a roommate that had a Taylor Big Baby, but he left it outside all the time, just in the corner, on a little guitar stand. So the guitar's action was like super warped.
Oh.
And I trained myself on that guitar, because it's still, even with warped action, it was like, a little bit better than what I had with the Johnson guitar. So when I finally got my own guitar, I found out what action on a guitar was, and I was like, oh my, this is like, it's so much better. So I can imagine, it seems like that's very, like, you have to be very careful with that. How is the action on those guitars?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's just the right height. Of course, the classical guitar, if you don't know this, the frets are, the fretboard itself is wider.
Really?
And a standard, I can't play a steel string for the life of me, because I'm so used to having more room to put my fingers in there. I don't know if you can tell, but
it does look thicker. Yeah.
It's much thicker. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. And the 12th fret ends right here, whereas typically on a steel string, it's further up.
Can you do harmonics on a 12th fret?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's so cool. I was messing around with that this morning, harmonics on a guitar. That sounds great. That's cool. Wow. That sounds happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to write happy songs.
Do you play other instruments like ukulele or electric guitar? Or?
I've stuck with the guitar for all these years. I've always found it that I will go back to that. I tried playing piano for a while. I just couldn't do it. It's just not my thing. No.
Yeah. That's on my list. Piano and saxophone are like my 2 main instruments to figure out. Yeah. So
that takes some lung power there.
Well, I've been a loudmouth for a long time, so I was a wrestling manager for a long time, so hopefully I can transition. Yeah, I used to yell at people. I used to get people throwing trash at me and stuff like that. That's why it's easy. If I have a bad music show and I get booed off stage, I'm not getting attacked by people, so it's way easier. It doesn't. They used to punch me, so it doesn't matter. But
all right, well, I'll do one more for you for right now. This one is called Heavy. And I call it that because it's one of my heavier pieces. Let's see if I can get this on here. There we go.
That was awesome. That's really great. Wow. I like how it transitions between the two. What inspired you to write that?
I have no idea.
Yeah?
Usually sometimes things just come out.
Yeah?
Yeah. That one just kind of came out. I can't explain it. Sometimes there's no inspiration for anything. I'll just be fooling around and come up with a riff.
That sounds cool. It sounds like almost like a heavy metal rock song. It could be like a kind of a driving kind of. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a perfect name for it because it does feel like I could see like a screaming kind of thing. It could be cool,
I would find Miles Kennedy, or isn't he the singer for Alter Bridge? Whoever the lead singer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he can sing.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, if you're listening, you guys need to hook up. Make that happen. So.
Yeah.
You're really talented. I really would, if you can make it down to Charlton's and you want to come to Atlanta and jam at some point, definitely let me know. We got Thursdays and Saturdays we're booking right now for next year, so I'd love you to be a part of it.
Yeah, as long as everything's back to normal.
Yeah.
Whatever normal is,
Right. Yeah, it's going to be different no matter what. But I'd like to thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. If you want to check out Hara, you can check her out, Reverb Nation. You got a pretty awesome page. You got over 51,000 song plays. And you're also going to be performing tonight at 6:30 to start off the second to last original show for the year. And then is it December 22nd? Is that correct? 20th, you're going to be part of the ET Birthmas live stream show that they got going on. And there's a lot of great music that's going to be a part of that. So make sure you check that out. And it's for Chattanooga Food Drive, too.
Yes.
So it's a really good cause. And so he's a wonderful dude. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And I really look forward to hearing more tonight. Thank you all for listening. Everybody have a wonderful day. And we'll see you tonight at Charlton's Grill and Tap.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.